As I said before, it's very humbling. Yeah, it was a tough year, as I said, for the club. And look, you always want to help your teammates out. As much as you can. And I'm glad I did that as well. I always thought Dougie was going to win this for sure for his second time. But yeah, look, you want to stand up when it's in finals and that sort of thing as well. So hopefully next year we bounce back and I can help play the same sort of footy but help our team get through finals and get to finals as well.
So do you win that with a feeling that perhaps that can come next year?
Yeah, definitely. And especially the second half of the year when we had a lot of really good young guys get a lot of games into themselves. There's a lot of upside, and that's what I think is so exciting is that there's so many young guys that are playing their role and that'll fit so well into our team. And spots for competition are going to be on, and I know my spot's up for grabs, everyone's spot's up for grabs, but yeah, look, I'm very humbled about having the year I've had and receiving the gold jacket and the Malcolm Blight Medal, but yeah, as I said, you still want to help your team get to finals, and that's purely my goal for next season and the seasons beyond.
Rory, the former club champion suggested this year that you might be trade bait in the off-season. What do you have to say to him tonight?
No, he never suggested that. Sorry, Roo. If you read the article right, Roo actually said if the Crows wanted to get into a top 10 or top round draft pick, that they'd have to trade someone like me. And Roo spoke to me as well, and Roo writes those articles, that's his job. But he never actually suggested that they should trade me. He just said someone like me. So
did start some speculation though, so you must feel a fair bit of vindication with tonight's award based on that.
Nah, not at all, because that's just everyone else's speculations, and I know that was not Roo's view, because I've had multiple chats to him. And no, look, as Kim has said as well, I'd love to stay in Adelaide, and I love Adelaide, and I've got my life set up here. And yeah, I love playing for this group, love playing under Sando and the rest of the coaches, and especially the team we've got going. I love the team we've got. We've got a great camaraderie throughout the team.
You were telling the crowd before about when you were first drafted, hitting the tiles and crying to your brother that you weren't that keen on coming to Adelaide. Just talk us through that and how tonight might have changed your view on it.
Well, I think if you asked any guy or any young guy from Melbourne if he wanted to go to Adelaide, the answer would probably be you'd be a bit sceptic about it. But look, once I got here, after those, I think I trained here for about the first 6 weeks, and after seeing how the club's run, seeing especially the era I came in when you had Goodwin, McLeod, Edwards, these sort of guys, they were the guys I got to learn off, and they're legends of the game. So I was very humbled by that experience, and of course you want to stay in Adelaide once you experience that sort of thing. And now, as I said, I've come through the ranks with Patrick Dangerfield, Daniel Talia, Jared Petrenko, Sean McKernan, all these young guys that are starting to develop. I just want to be a part of something special with those sort of guys, and I'd never think about leaving.
Just a couple of topical things. Sean McKernan, do you feel like he's going to stay at the club next year?
Yeah, definitely.
And what about the captain? Do you have a view about whether Patrick Dangerfield should step up and take over from Van Berlo?
No, Nathan Van Berlo will be captain next year. It's funny, you see, what gets written in the media, but we know exactly what goes on within our four walls, and Nathan Van Berlo is the perfect captain for us.
Talk about wanting to stay. Great news with Crouchy staying, obviously a few guys, and he's only the last of a number this year. A few guys echoing your thoughts.
Yeah, it's great. We've I think our head recruiting officer, David Noble's done an unbelievable job again this year, and signing up Brad Crouch for a great period of time is great for our footy club. We all saw what he can do throughout the last half of the year. We're starting to develop a really, really strong midfield, and look, I just want to be a part of that along with Scott Campriali. He's got a lot to do with the development of us, and along with Brendan Sanderson in the midfield. So it's very exciting where we're going, because we've got some really good talent in there.
Given what happened at the start of the season, and now obviously the club's made it clear if they want to get back into the draft this season, they'll have to trade their way back into it. How do the players feel about that, knowing that will mean some teammates might be headed elsewhere?
Obviously, you never like to see teammates go. When you're in the footy club, you got 48 guys there. Are all pretty much best mates. So you never want to see someone go, especially get traded. but I suppose to the flip side of it, the admin side, David Noble, Brenton Sanderson's side, they've got to look at it as who's going to take us to win a premiership, and we put full faith in them, and we know they're going to do right by us, and they're going to keep the guys that are going to help us win a flag.
Rory, you touched on it, Sando touched on it. You all seem super confident you're going back to the finals next year. Where's that kind of confidence come from?
Look, I think just the way we finished the year, we definitely weren't as Sando said, we weren't ruthless enough, and we weren't mentally strong enough, I don't think, to run out some games. But I think with a great pre-season ahead, we can definitely train that. And once we train that, then I'm sure we'll be fine, because we've got a lot of good games into some younger key guys that are going to be very important for us. And I just reckon on the brink of a good pre-season, we'll be ready to hit the ground running whenever the first round is.
Do you, looking back obviously on the season tonight, do you have a standout game for you personally?
I'm not sure. There's games that you just love being involved in. Like the Geelong win was pretty special for us. We hadn't beaten a top 4 side all year, and to beat them in a close, tight one was really good for our young guys. The first North Melbourne one was unbelievable. I mean, to come back from that sort of margin, they're the sort of games that you can build a good culture around. Again, especially for some young guys.
What about from your personal point of view? Maybe the second North Melbourne game might be seen as your standout game?
Yeah, maybe. It was definitely that second half of the year. I liked how I finished it off a bit better, and that game in particular, I seemed to run it out a bit better than normal. And as I've said inside before, I just want to help the team get towards finals and get better, because all I want to do is just win a premiership, and that's the ultimate goal I think everyone strives for, and that's definitely want to help. That's what I want to help everyone do.
Do you think the Crows are in the mix for that in the next year?
Look, we have to train hard over the pre-season, because we've definitely got to build that mental toughness. If we do some things right and if injuries go away and that sort of thing, we've definitely got the group to mix it with the best. I'm not sure how we'll go. That's sort of up to see how you go next year. Hey, everyone has a good pre-season, but it's one who comes out on top is normally the ones that go well.
Last one, Cillian. You've always had a bit of a rep as a coach's pet. Got a bit of competition with Brad Crouch, haven't you? Yeah,
definitely. Look, he's unbelievable, Crouchy. The stuff he does on field, and you heard his stats for the second half of the year. He had averaged more touches than anyone on our list. I think just the way he attacks the ball and the excitement he brings to the game as well. Not just a coach, but players love him. The crowd loves him. And once he shaved that head as well, he definitely got noticed a bit more. And look, he's going to be a phenomenal player, and I'm so pumped that he's signed up for a few more years, because he's definitely going to be a player we need in the midfield, and I'm going to love playing alongside him.